introduce us.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back to Harmony Conversations. I'm here again, and I'm with a colleague of mine. How are you?
Hi, this colleague of yours has a name?
And I know, but I didn't know if you want that spread over YouTube, so
No, that's already, it's already on YouTube. I'm all over YouTube as it is, unfortunately.
Well, Jason, here you go.
Going back to COVID days. You caught us in the middle of a video game argument, everybody. We won't recount it all, but we're talking about real-time tactics video games.
Actually, why not? It'd be interesting to explain. Because I have some frustrations with the game I was talking about.
Well, let's see. Let's just check our audience stats right now. There are 3 people watching us right now. What are the chances that any of those 3 people are also fans of real-time tactics video games?
But what the people watch back on it?
Yeah, who knows? Okay. I suppose we can only make the show we can make.
Yeah,
we can't structure too much. If we were going to do that,
there'd be no point.
It'd probably be a better show. But
well, it wouldn't. I like
you like the looseness of
if it all has some substitute, and that's boring in a way, because if it was the same. So.
Do you know what? I do find that when I listen to podcasts, and I love podcasts, the more scripted and polished they sound, the less I like it. So there are music podcasts that I like because they've got great guests, but the guy has a real radio voice, and his questions sound so professional and polished, and I just can't. I just switch off. Whereas if it's someone who really just sounds like they're having a chat with,
because it sounds more natural, less.
You feel like you're in the room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Whereas a radio, it just sounds like a radio show otherwise, or you know, that kind of thing. That's what I like about podcasts.
So yeah, we were discussing the game on the Xbox and the PC, I believe.
I played it on PlayStation, but it's on PC as well. I think it's originally PC.
Okay. Anyway, the game is called XCOM, so XCOM.
Yeah. How would you describe XCOM for someone who has no interest in these kind of games, or maybe video games at all?
God is hard to describe this. It's really satisfying, but yet really annoying. So XCOM is a turn-based strategy game plus tactical game. It's like pretty much the strategy comes into base building. So you have a tip you need to look after. So you need to build particular factories to do particular functions within the game that helps along beside the combat aspect of the game as well. So you have many factors, some of them are power systems.
And so in the story of the game, you're a military organization fighting an alien invasion.
Yeah, that happens.
So you have to manage your resources, you have to manage your soldiers, and then you have to go on missions as well with those soldiers.
And not only that, you have to look up the countries as well.
Yeah.
So you got a council committee to set up an XCOM. Well, the second one, really, the second game, which isn't it's Enemy Unknown. This is the name of the game. And you got a council members that are fighting against alien race, and they're giving you all resources.
Mhm.
If you look over their countries, so you can set up satellites to
Yeah. So there are different levels of scale to the game. So there's the battle where there's individual units fighting other individual units, and then there's kind of a worldwide scale where you've got control of whole countries.
Geoscape.
And Geoscape. And it's for people who may not be too familiar with this, or to whom this all sounds a bit complicated. It's basically like a board game that you play on the computer, but you've got more involved graphics and different levels of gameplay. So yeah, we particularly like the XCOM series, but there's lots of other ones as well.
Yeah, there's XCOM 2, which I love and hate at the same time. XCOM 2 is a little bit more involved and way more complicated, in my opinion. XCOM Enemy Unknown, I don't know, was it the second one or the third game in the franchise? Or the fourth game?
I'll find out. Because these games go back.
Years.
Okay. This is where it gets even more complicated because XCOM Enemy Unknown was released in 2012. It's a reimagining of a previous game called UFO Enemy Unknown that was released in 1994. So it's not a direct sequel or a direct remake. It's just a reimagining, and then XCOM 2 is the sequel to that. And there are add-ons and DLC, downloadable content. So Enemy Within and Enemy Below are both add-ons to those games. Whew. I don't know. Is everyone following us? But yeah, so it just gives you the feeling that you're in a kind of military operation, but you're fighting aliens, and it's science fiction, and it's very kind of immersive.
Now, what I don't like about the game, and I'm going to go right into this, is the game works on a mechanical
in the same way that a tabletop war game would be based on dice rolls.
This was. So that means if you are pretty much face to face with enemy and you shoot, you might miss, you potentially miss, which I hate. And so I really hate that because it's just not realistic. In my opinion, if you're up close with someone, you don't miss. And I just don't like that from a gameplay point of view.
Well, I mean, what's
I like the tactical strategy more than that. I like getting my men into full cover and getting them all set up, and flanking. People don't know what flanking is. Flanking is basically if you get right behind the enemy without the enemy being in cover, out and open. That's pretty much what flanking is.
Kind of moving around your enemies and finding their weak spot.
I love that much more than the chance mechanic. I just don't like the chance mechanic. It undermines my own time to get my men set up for good combat.
Yeah.
I feel like it does anyway. This XCOM, I think Firaxis was the game company and made XCOM. Firaxis.
Yeah.
I think Firaxis could have added in an option to turn down the chance mechanic or turn up the chance mechanic. Make it as difficult or as easy as you wanted it to be. Give the players a choice. And because
Yeah, well, so the game does have easy, normal, and hard modes.
Yeah, but they don't really work like you would expect them to work.
Okay, what
I could be wrong, but
well, what about this? Because I compared this to like combat, and we just lost our two of our viewers. So it's a very, very, very bespoke and kind of niche podcast.
we do speak about everything.
Of course we do. Of course we do. And so in combat in Dungeons and Dragons, you have all these modifiers. You have your skill level. You have the level up, and so you have all these things that add up to what your dice roll is going to be, what your chances of success or failure are going to be. And that is all decided before you roll your dice. So you know that the terrain does this, the other person's skill means they have a chance to dodge. Your own skill level only gives you a certain percentage that it will succeed. And you can have a critical failure, which is if you roll a 1, or a critical success if you roll a 20. So a 1 means you fail completely, a 20 means it doesn't matter how hard the thing you were trying to do is, it worked perfectly, even if you were unlikely to make it. If a game like XCOM had some kind of, if it had if it had the percentage of your shot and then broke that down to tell you why the percentage was that, would that be would you be happier with that? Would it be like, because here's the thing,
if I could change the outcome of it, knowing why it was the way it was, then yes, I would be. But it's the idea about randomization.
Yeah, but it's not randomization. It's just that the thing that you're trying to do has a certain chance of failure, or a certain chance of success.
Chance is slightly random, and slightly considered of randomization.
Chance is not random. I'm sorry. That's not what chance is. That's not what probability is. Probability is like if something has a 1 in 4 probability. That's not random. That's.
But you're still taking a chance.
Well, I mean, you're accepting the possibility of failure. Yeah, but so this to go back, because we're kind of, we were in the middle of this argument when the show started, so we should go back a bit, which is the idea that in this game you think you're in a position and you're close enough to your target that there's no way you could miss, and that the idea of failing that shot feels unrealistic to you. But I think it makes it more realistic, because I think anything can go wrong. Like if a gun jammed, like you could be in the perfect, in real life, and I hate talking about real life war stuff, but you know what I mean. But a gun can jam, like little things.
But that's too realistic. I mean,
that's too realistic.
Why do we play games? To escape, to go into our little world. If a game is too realistic, what's the point? There's no point.
But if a game's too easy, you can't get absorbed in it because it's too unrealistic.
Okay, fair enough. But then give the player a choice to make it easy, or to make it as difficult as you want it to be.
Well,
like you like the games like this with chance mechanic. I don't. So give people like me the opportunity to say, look, I wanted a certain way, I want predictability, and then I want to focus more on the trajectory side of things, and less about chance mechanic.
Yes.
And the road.
Okay. Well, do you know what that reminds me of? Is that the one thing, the XCOM series that we're talking about, became as popular as it did is through modding. So are you familiar with modding?
Yes.
Explain it to our
so modding is pretty much the short text for modifying. So you modify the game, so there could be various aspects of the game. Like could be combat, it could be could be making you soldier into a tank, or never get killed.
It's reprogramming the game to suit yourself in some way. And XCOM is famous for being very mod friendly. And so there is a thing called the Long War. There's a mod called the Long War, which is just one single long battle, as if you were in a real war rather than just doing missions. And so that's a mod that became as popular as the actual game. So I wonder if there is a mod out there where the shot probabilities are all tweaked up to 100, and it's just a matter of
yeah, but why have a mod? Like, why can an option be put it well, like, I suppose they can't do now because the game is out, but if they ever did make a new X-Men, put in the option, put in sliders, turn up or turn down these things, giving people the opportunity to play the game where they want it to be played. Make it easy or difficult as you want it to be. Like, that doesn't change the way it doesn't change the fundamental gameplay. It just makes it more easier or more harder for you as a player. Getting everyone involved, not just a select few people. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't understand the whole. I know there's I'm making a game. It's like making an art, making a painting. Why do this? They're actually fundamentally changing the game, but I don't think you are. I just think you're at the end of the day, making a game is actually seeing that people will play a game. And the more people that play a game, it's not better than a few. It's more better than a couple of people playing your game. And more money, more profit. And
doesn't necessarily make the game better. I mean, you would like it better. And this is the thing where video games are they are a product that you want to sell as many as possible, but they're also works of art that are following the vision of the people who made it, regardless of who likes it and who doesn't.
So you're going to limit the art to only a couple of people. I don't understand.
No, art is art. It's neither limited nor unlimited. It's just not to everybody's taste. The art that people, McDonald's. I've used this point before. McDonald's isn't the best food in the world just because the most people eat it.
Yeah, but forgive me, I'm not what do they call it? What do they call people who make games?
Developer.
I'm not a developer. I'm a gamer. I play games to escape from life.
No, I totally get that. But then also consider, like, outside of the strategy games, there are games like the Dark Souls games and Elden Ring, which are brutally punishingly hard.
Yeah.
And people love them for that. I can't play them. I played Bloodborne for as long as I could, and it broke my heart. But I know people who play Elden Ring, which is the hardest one of all of those, and love how hard it is. Like, that's why they play it. And yes, I totally understand when you come home, you don't want reality, you don't want, you don't want to feel like you're going to work when you're playing videos. Some people do. Like,
but you just said some people do.
Yeah.
Not everyone. So again, give people the opportunity to decide for themselves.
I think the argument would be if you want a version, for example, if you want a version of Elden Ring that isn't quite so hard, then you want a different game. Play a different game. There are plenty of them. Like, there is a game that is like Elden Ring but not as hard, so don't expect Elden Ring to be a different game. Just find the other game, the one that you want.
But I don't see the logic behind it, because like, if you want the art to stay the same, leave the sliders to me. It doesn't. It's still Elden. It's still XCOM. It's the mechanics are still in place. Sorry, not the mechanics, but the gameplay is still in place. So
Like I don't know.
I get where you come from, and I get what their point of view is. It's all art form. It's like painting a canvas. But as well as that, they have to take into consideration that we, as players, some of us, as players, we don't think this. We think this. Well, want to escape, want to go home, play this, have fun, escape from reality for it. I want to play this for a month, a week. I want to play it again. Get my best, get the best value as I can out of it.
But let's go back to my point then, which is there are thousands of games out there. So why not just find the game that does that thing that you want instead of wanting XCOM to be a different game?
Because I love XCOM. I love the way the shoulders move so many times. I love the storyline behind it. I love the aliens. I love the enemy types. I just would wish they would give an option to kind of limit how hard it is for players.
Yeah.
And they're not trying to do the whole game too. Well, let's have, The Walking Dead in this flying beaches. They're just toning down how difficult it is. Now, XCOM, maybe you can clarify this for me because I don't understand this. They have, I think, normal, classical, hard and easy modes on them, but to me it doesn't make the game easy. It makes the game, I don't see any difference, to be honest. Maybe you could end me on this one. I don't see any difference with it.
Now, describe that to me again.
Okay, so when you set up the game for the first time, they have easy, they have normal, and they have classical, and they have hard, or something nightmare, or Iron Man mode.
Is it done in rookie?
Yes.
Sergeant, captain, or something like that. Yeah.
Yes. Now I personally don't see any difference. And at the beginning, you presented with missions as easy, this class easy, but yet it's not like that. Some missions class easy can be really different, and the other way around. Some missions classes really difficult can be really easy.
Yeah.
So,
it's again. I think I wonder if the game explained the modifiers better. Would you be happier with the difficulty and go, well,
maybe.
Now I can understand whether I want to make this move better or not.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I will say there. I'm googling here. That's why I missed the start of your last comment. There's a lot on Reddit. Reddit is full of people asking how to make XCOM easier by modding. So it's a big conversation that people have. That's for sure. My silly idea comparison was like an artist who writes a song and releases the song or releases an album, and then people kind of go, yeah, I would have liked that album if you changed these two notes, so go back and re-record it and fix those two notes because I didn't like those two notes. And someone else goes, yeah, but I didn't like those other two notes.
Yeah, but with a song, slightly different with a song. You don't have multiple options. With a game, you can have multiple. But just sticking on this one, Firaxis came out with a game, and we both played it. Midnight Suns, brilliant game. But that had easy, medium, and that did what it actually said. It actually made the game easy or normal or hard. It actually did it.
So the difficulty levels were
accurate.
were different enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really. So, I would say, if they could do that with Midnight Suns, why then not with XCOM? What's the difference there? Because I believe the mechanics and,
Well, yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, but then Midnight Suns was made in 2023, so that is 7 years after XCOM 2. So maybe they learned from XCOM 2 when making Midnight Suns, but that doesn't mean they can go back and rewrite XCOM 2. They're not going to do patches or DLC. There's no way to make money.
Yeah, no, to be understanding. But I suppose if they do decide to come out with another XCOM, and I hope they do, but I hope this time they learn from that and they do what they done to Midnight Suns. So really do, because I would love to finish the storyline of XCOM. Would love to get there.
I mean, there were big hints, weren't there, for I mean, what if they went to different planets and stuff like that? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? But then you had the sequel, the kind of sequel, Chimera Squad, which I think I'm going to have to go and revisit, which I felt was too hard. The game wasn't as fun.
No, I agree with that. It wasn't, because you could only, I think it was in business, you could only ambush business. You couldn't actually go around.
I mean, they tried to do something different. That was, so you're working in closer quarters and smaller spaces, but it did feel harder, and it did feel that like the options were, it was less immersive. It was more, I don't know, I like that just meant it wasn't for me. I'm sure like I'll find the game that is for me and I'll play that, rather than like I'm playing Aliens Dark Descent, which is
RTS.
Yeah, but it has which is real time strategy, but it does have turn-based elements. You can pause to issue commands and stuff like that, and it is again brutally hard. And because I love the Aliens movies, I love stuff to do with them, but the games always freak me out. I always panic. So even though you can pause, I'm really slogging through that game, but it's worth it because I feel like they made something very specific and very particular, and it's not their fault if I'm struggling with it, But
but I would love to see the difference between the modes, the different modes between XCOM and I think it's called Classified Friends 44.
Okay, is that like World War II war game?
I would love to see the difference between the different modes with the two games.
Can I make a meta comment? And we have two guests today, so we're going to have to move on quickly soon. But for me, part of the difficulty of XCOM is justified by the setting of the game, because in the game you're all rookies. You're picking up survivors from this invasion from around the world who have no training. So when you have a rookie, there's someone who's never shot a gun before. There's someone who's never been in a battle before. So that explains, if you put them up against a trained alien, they're in trouble.
Okay, but I would try to come with it, and I would say it would be okay. It would be much better if you started out sluggish, like no armor, what you do, but it becomes difficult. But the more you build up your army, the better it gets, the more easier it gets on you, and you can beat your enemies way more.
Yeah, so in the story of the game, you have to start at a disadvantage because you're fighting against an alien invasion that's already won. But okay. So this is separating the kind of world of the game from what it feels like to play it. Totally get that. Okay. Can we continue this argument another time? And I will go and get our first guest.
So if if for access is what, please, if you do,
I don't think they are.
no, but if you do make another game, please just keep this in mind because I love XCOM, love the mechanics, but I still hate the trans mechanics. And I don't understand the difficult. What does that actually do? Like, really, what does it actually do? I can't
You know what? It would be like this. It would be like take your kind of absolute 100% sure shot, and then take away a certain percentage for everything that's stopping that shot from hitting. So the height advantage, the skill of the skill of the shooter, the dexterity of the target, the amount of flanking, imperfections in the weapon, just the idea that no gun shoots perfect. I hate talking about guns, I'm sorry, but no weapon functions exactly perfectly. And each of those takes away a certain amount of your chance from that shot hitting. I mean, you play pool. Like, you can line up a shot perfectly and it doesn't go in.
It does.
Every time.
If you know what to do.
Every time.
Every time if you know what to do. Look around the outside, look at all those professional snooker players. They understand how to do. There's the possibility chance there. If you know what to do and you know how to hit the shot, it will win every single time. You know what to help.
I'm tempted to bring chaos theory into this and how you can never be that certain.
Come on with me one day and I'll tell you. And I know.
If I could witness you sinking 10 shots in a row, I'd be amazed. I don't know. I believe anything you say after that. Okay, I'm gonna go get our guest. How are we doing this?
Although you can get some, I think, scopes in the game that puts a percentage on the weapon.
Yeah, they're things, modifiers, there we go. Okay, I'm going to go get our guest. Your camera is there, so you were talking to your audience directly.
Yeah, yeah, so that was. But I would love if XCOM did come out, for XCOM, they never come out with a new XCOM. I would love if they actually kept this in mind. I have a couple of sliders or toggles that you could toggle on and off to make it a bit easier or make it as difficult as I wanted to. Because not everyone thinks the same, so just give that opportunity to people. But anyway, I don't know who our guest is today. So that will be really interesting to see. So I know I'm looking at the video at the moment, what we're doing now, and there's a huge delay on it. I'm seeing Jason and I'm talking to him. Really weird. I'm saying I'm looking at the live stream, and it's really weird.
Oh, there's a delay. Yeah. We put the delay on it to. I think that makes the stream more stable. Yes. Oh, that's what it was. There's the stone. Oh. There we go. Okay. That's actually, if you stay right there, Mark, that's perfect. Okay. And we will move the camera and the mic to suit you. that is what's recording now, and then when it goes on YouTube, it takes a few seconds.
No,
There.
no, it takes a couple of
It
minutes.
actually takes minutes. Yeah, you're right. Let's. But it does mean it's less glitchy. So that's just
It's like looking back in time.
exactly. Or looking exactly. There we go. Now, Mark, that is
We just
fantastic framing.
we just explained the basic table physics.
If you say so.
Okay, I sing the song about my niece.
Okay, now let me check my lyrics. Which song?
Could you help me kind of thing?
You have a couple of songs about you. First of all, welcome, Martin. How are you?
Fine.
You're interested in doing a song. How was your weekend?
Fine.
Did you love the lovely weather on Saturday and the horrible weather on Sunday?
I love the harbor when I'm sorry, but I hate to be down, but when the rain comes, and there's always a positive side of everything. When the rain comes, it gets colder, it gets cooler. Now, a couple of nights ago, I couldn't sleep because of the weather. It was too humid, too sticky. And because of the rain, it makes the weather more cooler. So more sleep. So it's good.
That's fair enough. How do you feel about the hot weather, Mark?
Good.
You like it when it's warm and sunny?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying you wanted to sing a song about your niece. There's a song called I Love My Goddaughter. Cara, I'm your uncle.
Yeah, I think that.
Okay. Now I am going to have to find the. Here we go. I'll find the lyrics on my phone. There's Hey, you found it. That was quick. Okay. Now, get my guitar. So do you want to tell everybody about this song?
Okay. I have a goddaughter down in Chile, so I have a song about her.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? That's not a delay. It's gone back to the start. So we're actually here now. I was wondering why we were. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so this song is called I Love My Goddaughter.
I'm your uncle, and your goddaughter too. I love you very much, and I can't wait to see you.
Excellent. Hey, well done.
Now, we have a rare show today where we actually have two guests. So, Mark, Joanne is going to come in and read from some of her book. Do you want to stay here and our move, literally? Do you want to stay here for her bit?
No, I go.
Okay. Can I ask you one favour? Will you stay here while I'm getting her and have a chat with Ricky?
Yeah.
Just try and keep things going some way. There might be something you want to talk about from the telly, from the radio. I don't know. Gotta think about it.
Actually, what radio do you listen to again?
4FM and Radio Kerry.
I thought you just listened to Radio Korea. I didn't think you listened to 4FM.
Yeah, cause you know nighttime talk.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Oh, good. And does Korea FM not have that?
What?
Does Korea FM not have that? Like, night talk.
Yeah, but the only thing is, I can't listen to it all, because it's on until midnight.
Oh. So, the Lord listen to Korea and to where is it?
Radio Kerry,
And the other one.
4FM.
Oh. So that's the only two you listen to. You don't listen to any other radio stuff.
Well, Clear FM I listen to
Oh man.
too.
And you like the talking and
Yeah.
oh, very good. Yeah, to be honest, I don't listen to much for radio stuff. Some mostly telly. The news on the telly and stuff. Oh. Yeah, you know you can get radio on the telly as well.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. Do you like any movies, any TV series?
Well, I don't know when, but the film comes to cinema, Superman.
Oh yeah, I heard about that, and you couldn't see it.
Well, hopefully.
It should be good. I think it's slightly different to the rest of the Supermans. I think in this one he has a dog, then a super dog, and so.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright. Now, yeah, there you go, Joanne. Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, good knowing you.
Good. Any news?
Nothing out of the ordinary, no.
So what do you want to talk about today?
I am here today to talk about a book I'm working on. And I think you know what it is, don't you?
No.
I'm working on a book about the Titanic. Alright, how about that? But I'm working on a book about the Titanic. And basically I'll do a quick update first. And basically what it is I've been working on it for a while and there is 25 chapters as we speak. Now, I have enough information for 2 books. I have one about, it's going to be called Atlantic Mysteries. And the reason it's called Atlantic Mysteries is because the Titanic sank in the North Atlantic. And today she has many mysteries. So that's the reason I called it Atlantic Mysteries.
Okay, can I ask what type of mysteries are you want to, like...
Do you really want the gory details?
Titanic has to do with the shipbuilders.
I will give you a quick example of what
I know.
a mystery is, right?
Oh, I know what a mystery is, but I'm saying what mysteries I wonder what the Titanic has.
What kind of mysteries does she hold?
Yes.
Now I understand. That's what I meant by quick example of a mystery. Basically, there's many theories as to how and why she sank, and some of these theories are actually mysterious. For example, many people say that, when the Titanic exploded, they break in half. Now I don't know what logic there is to this, but, and I'd like your feedback on this, if you could, of what you think. Basically, it's that the reason they say that she split in half is because the boiler rooms exploded, and that the explosion was so powerful that it just ripped through the whole ship. Another mysterious mystery is, the iceberg is here, if I may demonstrate. The iceberg is here. She is here. There's a theory there that if she'd have gone straight through it, she would have survived.
Yes.
But she didn't. She went sideways because they tried to turn her. And as a result, all the side of her was torn away. And then because she had so much water on board, she couldn't hold her weight.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong, but they're not mysteries, they are facts. The Titanic sank because of in the iceberg.
It did, but I'll tell you why. She's made up of wrought iron, right? And you see, according to the theory, there's a difference between iron and wrought iron. Wrought iron is iron and another substance called slag. And if she gets too much slag, saying if they slag her off too much, she has little rivets, hundreds and thousands of little rivets, and the rivets snap off. And the more rivets snap off, the weaker she becomes. So the only thing there to hold her up that night, or to stop her, was the iceberg. What would you think about that now? Would that be a logic theory to you?
I think the fact that it's not the health one is because the size of the Titanic, the engineering behind the weak part of it would have been the middle of the ship because of the size of it. It wasn't so long. And as well as that, the middle components. Nowadays, they're made of stronger material. I don't know, they're made of titanium steel, which is unbelievably strong. A number of them options come into play. And regarding the boiler room, they could have been right. And the boiler room would have exploded the whole ship. So, look, it was a tragic accident. But,
and there was a total of 2,200 people on board the ship that night, right? And more than 1,500 people died that night. Have you any idea of the surviving number?
No.
Any idea of the surviving number?
Was it a few hundred?
706.
Yes, that's a big percentage. We're nearly at the end of the show, so did you have an extract that you wanted to read for us?
I have a quick extract.
So I'm just checking our stream because we've paused a little bit here.
Yeah, you seem to have.
Oh, we're okay. Okay.
Good.
That's right. So there we go. Would you like your?
Yeah, I'll just read this pretty quickly. So today I'm going to read chapter 17 out of 25. I won't read the whole 25 because I'm going to be here all day. But it says, this is the nightlife changed. And it says, it was a hot day as a young family boarded the Titanic bound for America. Jack Dawson and his wife Rose beamed with admiration and excitement as they boarded the ship with their 2-year-old son Jacob and 3-month-old Noah. The Dawsons were a poor family. So to board the stunning ship was like winning the jackpot. As the day drew to a close, it began to get cold and dark. Jack noticed Jacob asleep on the terrace. He took him gently in his arms and tucked him into bed, as Rose followed closely behind with baby Noah. The following morning began in a laid-back manner, as Rose took Noah for a walk on the terrace, while Jack played with Jacob on a terrace. Rose took Noah for a walk along the promenade, while Jack played with Jacob on the terrace. They played and laughed as the sun beat down on everyone on board. After playtime, the family settled in for dinner and a drink in the second-class dining room. Jacob's excitement slowly grew with every day as he beamed at the thought of sailing on a massive ship. The following day, temperatures plunged to their lowest, and it was impossible as visibility was poor, which made icebergs hard to see. Later that night, officers Frederick Fleet and John Phillips spotted something in the distance. As they came closer, Phillips cried out, "Iceberg, right ahead!" The entire crew scrambled to save the ship before she hit, but it was too late, and the inevitable happened as the ship plunged into the massive iceberg head on and caused water to fill all five compartments of the massive 269-metre long vessel, putting lives of hundreds of thousands of people, including passengers and crew, in grave danger.
Wow.
Now, before we finish up, what's your feedback on that?
Well, it's great, the way it's written down is good. But I have to say, there is books about the Titanic, how the Titanic sank.
There is.
So, what's the point?
I'll give you a question, and I know the answer.
Mm.
But listening to this, do you think it was researched or fictional?
A bit of both. Yeah.
What do you think, Jason?
Well, I know you've researched it, and I know you intend to kind of tell the story from it.
Was this chapter written? Was it made up, or was it researched?
I can't tell if that family was a real family or if you made them up for the story.
No, the family was real.
Was it?
But the story was totally made.
I know. Rose wasn't she the one?
Rose, yeah.
But Drake Dawson.
That's right.
Yeah, but they weren't married.
Do you know what I did there? I used
They weren't married
Jack
though.
Dawson and Rose from the film.
Yes.
But I used the names of my own little babies.
But they weren't married. The Drake Dawson was married to Rose. Rose was married to someone else.
Actually,
Fiance.
that's
Fiance.
right. But will I tell you something interesting about Jack?
Hmm.
Do you think he's real?
No.
He's not.
He was one.
He's not. He was based on a guy called Captain J. Dawson, which means Joseph. His character is not real. He's a fictional character.
Yeah. I think it but it could be some legality there.
It could be, but Rose, on the other hand, was based on a woman called Beatrice Wood, who never actually boarded the Titanic.
Listen, what do you think? We have an overview.
Well, his history, as I understand it, is always up for debate because
Yes.
there's only so much documentation
Yes,
for anything that's happened,
correct.
and different people, even at the time that things happened, disagree about what actually happened. So history isn't about establishing absolute fact; it's about just being thorough about the evidence that's available. Which is so that people can be debating the same thing
Yeah.
for years and years and years.
And then, I was researching this for a long time, and it said that, Jack Dawson is a fictional character, and he was actually based on a guy called Joseph Dawson,
Mm-hmm.
or he previously named down to J. Dawson.
Yeah.
But also, James Cameron, the director of the movie Titanic,
Mm-hmm.
didn't actually know that there was a Jack Dawson.
Yeah. So it was some of it was fictionalized.
But it is a fact that if they did go ahead, if they did hit this book, they would have survived because the bow of the ship would have broken this book in half, which would have hit the side of the ship, which would have caused a massive crash
Yeah.
in the center.
I mean, I'll admit that I thought there was a Jack Dawson.
Yeah.
But the character, if you read, it says Jack Dawson was born in 1892, right? No, the character was born in 1892, not the real person.
Yeah. So certain things are well established, and certain gaps are left that people
I'm
fill
just
up
trying
their own
to
way.
stick to the facts, though.
Sure.
If it's made up, there's some facts. I'm trying to keep to the story.
Yeah.
Put my own twist.
Yeah. You're trying to be authentic.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very good. Well, very good. This more to you'll be sharing more with us, I'm sure, as
Absolutely.
time goes on.
Absolutely.
Right now, we need to wrap up. Any last words from our?
Thanks for coming, and we'll be back with you with the same humor and personality, and hopefully slightly different next week. So I will be here next week. A colleague of mine will be here with you, Glenn Hayes. So
Okay.